They called it impossible long before she ever touched the rifle. The range was a barren stretch of high-altitude desert, where even the wind seemed to argue with physics, a place the instructors used to break confidence rather than build skill. When she arrived, no one bothered to hide their skepticism. She was quiet, observant, and younger than most who attempted the course. The others had reputations, medals, and loud confidence. She had none of that, only patience and a strange calm that unsettled people more than aggression ever could. The challenge was simple on paper, but absurd in reality. A confirmed hit at 3,200 meters. At that distance, even mathematics began to feel like guesswork. Wind shear, temperature layers, humidity shifts, Earth's curvature, Coriolis drift. Every factor turned a straight line into a living, shifting theory. The instructors set it up almost as a demonstration of failure, something to prove limits rather than test ability. When she stepped forward, someone in the back laughed quietly, the kind of laugh meant to be shared later as a joke. She didn't respond. She only studied the landscape as if it were speaking a language she already understood. The target looked unreal from where she stood, barely a speck against the heat shimmer, flickering in and out of visibility like a mistake in perception. Most would have needed multiple adjustments, spotting corrections, and repeated trials. She took notes once, then set them aside. No second guessing, no dramatic calculations spoken aloud. Just breath control, alignment, and silence stretching longer than anyone expected. The wind picked up, and with it came more whispers from the observers, this time louder, more confident in her failure. She adjusted once, not to compensate, but to listen. It was as if she wasn't fighting the environment, but reading it, letting it settle into something interpretable. Then came the moment that changed the tone of everything. She exhaled, steady and unbroken, and the shot left the barrel without spectacle, without hesitation, without anything that suggested greatness was about to happen. For a fraction of a second, nothing changed. The desert stayed indifferent. The observers stayed smug. Then the distant target shifted, just slightly, but enough. A delay followed, the kind that always tricks the mind into disbelief. And then confirmation arrived through the radio crackle. Impact confirmed, 3,200 meters. The silence that followed was heavier than the shot itself. No one spoke immediately. The wind felt louder now, as if mocking the earlier confidence of the crowd. Someone checked the data feed again, convinced it had to be an error. It wasn't. Every variable had been recorded, every correction logged, every impossible factor accounted for in a result that should not have happened according to every rule they trusted. She finally lowered the rifle, not with triumph, but with the same calm she had arrived with, as if nothing about the moment surprised her at all. That unsettled them more than the hit itself. Later, the story would be told differently depending on who repeated it. Some would say it was luck stretched thin across a miracle. Others would insist it was technology pushed beyond its limits. A few, the ones who had been there, would simply go quiet when asked about it, because they had seen what happens when someone treats impossible not as a wall, but as a miscalculation waiting to be corrected. And from that day on, the 3,200-meter shot stopped being a benchmark of failure. It became a reminder that certainty is often just a lack of imagination, and that silence, when held long enough, can sometimes rewrite what the world believes is possible.